My beloved child, every season of waiting has carried a purpose, even when you could not see it. The quiet moments that seemed empty were never without meaning. They became places where your heart learned compassion, where your faith grew stronger, and where your hope found deeper roots. I have been present through every unanswered prayer, every lonely evening, every tear you thought no one noticed. Nothing has escaped my loving attention. You have wondered whether your story has been forgotten while others seem to move ahead. Yet love is not a race, and your value has never been measured by another person's timeline. The path prepared for you unfolds one faithful step at a time. When you choose kindness instead of bitterness, forgiveness instead of resentment, and hope instead of despair, your heart becomes ready for the good things I desire to give. Do not allow fear to convince you that the future is empty. Fear speaks loudly, but my peace speaks more deeply. The disappointments of yesterday do not have the authority to define tomorrow. Every sunrise reminds you that new beginnings are possible. Every breath is evidence that grace is still at work. If your heart has been wounded, let healing come before rushing toward what is next. A healed heart recognizes genuine love more clearly than a hurting one. Let patience become your companion, and let wisdom guide your decisions. What is built on truth, respect, and faith stands far longer than what is built on haste or fear. Lift your eyes beyond today's uncertainty. There are blessings that arrive quietly before they become visible. Sometimes growth happens beneath the surface, like a seed developing unseen before it breaks through the soil. Though the process may feel slow, it is not wasted. Every lesson, every challenge, and every victory shapes the person you are becoming. Choose gratitude today, even for the smallest gifts. A thankful heart notices hope where others see only obstacles. It discovers strength in weakness and light in places that once seemed dark. Gratitude does not erase hardship, but it changes the way you walk through it. Be gentle with yourself. You do not need to have every answer today. You are allowed to grow, to learn, and to trust one day at a time. Your story is still being written, and its most meaningful chapters may still lie ahead. Walk with courage, speak with kindness, and keep your heart open to hope. Wherever you are today, may you find comfort in knowing that you are deeply loved, never forgotten, and never beyond the reach of God's grace. Continue to seek truth, to love others well, and to trust that each faithful step has purpose. Peace often arrives quietly, but when it comes, it has the power to steady your heart in every season. Take a breath and let your heart grow still, because some things only become clear when the noise inside you finally lowers. There are moments in life that feel ordinary on the outside, yet inside your spirit they carry the weight of something far bigger than a single day. This is one of those moments. A quiet moment. A sacred moment. The kind that asks you to stop rushing past the ache, stop pretending you are fine, and listen for the deeper truth moving beneath your waiting. You have not been forgotten in the places where your heart has felt the most tender. You have not been overlooked in the rooms where your prayers seem to echo back to you unanswered. And you have not been left behind simply because the path has taken longer than you hoped. Some delays are not denials. Some pauses are not punishment. Some unfinished chapters are only proof that the story is still being written with more care than you can see right now. There is a kind of love that does not arrive with noise. It does not always burst through the door with dramatic signs and impossible timing. Sometimes it comes like a sunrise that was there before you noticed it. Slowly, gently, faithfully. It reveals itself not by forcing your life open, but by fitting into the deep places you were preparing for all along. And even before you meet what your heart has longed for, there is a work happening in you that matters just as much as the arrival itself, because love is not only about who comes toward you. It is also about who you are becoming while you wait. The waiting can feel heavy when your heart is tired. It can feel like watching everyone else receive what you have been quietly hoping for. It can feel like asking, again and again, whether the ache inside you means something is wrong with you. But the truth is simpler and kinder than fear wants it to be. Your longing is not a flaw. Your tenderness is not weakness. Your desire to love and be loved deeply is not something to be ashamed of. It is one of the ways your soul tells the truth. Still, the heart must be held wisely in seasons like this. Not every connection is a calling. Not every spark is a promise. Not every door that opens is meant to remain open. Some encounters are meant to teach you what peace feels like and what it does not. Some people enter your life to reveal what you will no longer settle for. And some heartbreaks, though painful, protect you from a future that would have cost you too much of yourself, so do not despise the lessons hidden in the silence. Even the disappointments have been shaping you. They have been teaching you discernment where confusion once lived. They have been teaching you patience where impulsiveness once ruled. They have been teaching you to recognize the difference between being wanted and being cherished, between being pursued and being honored, between being noticed and being truly known. And that difference matters more than you may realize. The love your heart has been searching for is not meant to leave you stranded in uncertainty forever. It is not meant to make you smaller, anxious, or constantly questioning your worth. It is meant to reflect truth, peace, and steady devotion. It is meant to come with clarity, not chaos. With kindness, not games. With consistency, not confusion. With a depth that makes your spirit rest instead of panic, and perhaps that is why this waiting has felt so intense. Because deep inside, your soul already knows that what you are asking for is not casual. You are not asking for a passing feeling. You are asking for something lasting. Something honest. Something aligned. Something that does not simply excite your heart for a moment, but strengthens your life for the long road ahead. There is a sacred tenderness in that kind of hope. Do not let the world harden you while you wait for what is meant to meet you with gentleness. Do not let disappointment convince you to settle for less than peace. Do not let loneliness whisper that almost love is enough. Almost is not enough for the heart that was made for wholeness. And even if you have had to walk through seasons where you loved deeply and lost painfully, your capacity to love has not been wasted. It has been refined. It has been deepened. It has been made wiser without being made cold. That matters, because when the right love arrives, it will not need you to become someone else in order to receive it. It will not demand that you hide your softness, shrink your dreams, or silence the parts of you that are sincere. The kind of love your heart has been aching for will respect the sacredness of who you are. It will not be threatened by your light. It will not mock your tenderness. It will not confuse intensity with intimacy. It will move with truth, with honor, and with a quiet strength that does not need to prove itself every day, and until then, there is work to do inside your own heart. Learn the peace of being complete before the answer arrives. Learn the freedom of not chasing what cannot stay. Learn the dignity of waiting without desperation. Learn to pray with an open hand instead of a clenched fist. Learn to bless what leaves. Learn to trust that what is truly meant for you will not require you to abandon your values to keep it. Learn that love does not always have to be forced to be real. There is no shame in wanting companionship. There is no shame in hoping for a partner, a future, a home built on trust, a bond that feels like safety. Those hopes are not foolish. They are human. They are beautiful. But they become painful when fear takes the lead. Fear will hurry you. Fear will make you call instability destiny. Fear will convince you to grab at shadows and call them answers. Fear will tell you that waiting means losing. Yet sometimes waiting is the very place where your greatest clarity is born. So wait with wisdom, wait with prayer in your heart and peace in your steps. Wait with courage, because courage is not the absence of longing. It is the decision not to let longing rule you. Wait with gratitude, because gratitude keeps your eyes open to the ways love is already showing up in your life through kindness, friendship, healing, and quiet provision. Wait with hope, because hope keeps the soul alive when certainty has not yet arrived, and if your heart feels tired, let it rest. You do not have to force the future to come faster. You do not have to perform for love to find you. You do not have to become hard in order to protect what is precious. You only need to keep becoming faithful, steady, and true. The right connection will recognize that truth in you. It will not make you chase what should have been given freely. It will not make you question your value. It will not punish you for being sincere. There is still beauty ahead. There are still conversations that will feel like home. There are still moments that will surprise you with their softness. There are still doors that have not opened yet because the timing has been kept carefully in place. And there are still answers you cannot see today that will make sense later, when the There is also great freedom in releasing expectations that have become too tightly held. Sometimes we imagine every detail of how our future should unfold, only to discover that reality brings something richer than our original plans. Holding your dreams with open hands allows room for unexpected blessings to enter. As you continue forward, do not neglect the people already surrounding your life. Family members, trusted friends, mentors, neighbors, and even strangers can become unexpected sources of encouragement. Love is not limited to romance. It is reflected in compassion, generosity, service, forgiveness, and countless quiet acts of kindness that often pass unnoticed. Take time to become the kind of person you hope to meet. Practice honesty even when it costs something. Choose gentleness when frustration would be easier. Extend forgiveness where bitterness once lived. Build habits that create peace instead of conflict. These qualities prepare your heart not only to receive love but also to give it faithfully. Remember that no human relationship can carry the entire weight of your identity. Lasting security grows from knowing that your value is rooted far deeper than another person's approval. When your identity rests upon enduring truth, relationships become gifts to enjoy rather than burdens expected to complete you. One day you may look back upon this very season and realize that what once felt like delay was actually protection. The opportunities that passed by were not necessarily losses. Some were simply paths that would have led away from the life you were meant to build. Looking backward, the pattern may become clearer than it ever seemed while living through it. Until then, continue moving forward with courage. Celebrate small victories. Care for your spirit. Speak words of encouragement to yourself as readily as you would speak them to someone you love. Refuse to believe that hope has expired simply because the answer has not yet arrived. Every sunrise carries new possibilities. Every act of kindness plants seeds whose harvest cannot yet be seen. Every sincere prayer lifts your attention beyond temporary uncertainty toward enduring faithfulness. There is quiet beauty in continuing to believe that goodness remains possible, even after disappointment has visited your life more than once. May your heart remain tender without becoming fragile. May wisdom guide your decisions without extinguishing your compassion. May patience strengthen your character without stealing your joy. And may each new day remind you that your story is still unfolding, one faithful step at a time. The chapter you are living today is not the entire book. There are still pages left to write, conversations yet to happen, unexpected friendships yet to form, lessons yet to understand, and blessings that will make sense only when you look back with gratitude. Until that day comes, walk with hope, hold fast to what is good, and allow your heart to remain open to the quiet ways grace continues to shape your life. If you believe me, type yes and subscribe my channel.